Lawrence Homebrew coming at you from the backyard. It has been a spectacular day, a beautiful day. They kept telling it was going to be cloudy and we were going to have rain, etc., etc. I was out working on the yard all day. Just beautiful. I've got a fun beer here, of course. It is they call it the High Westified Imperial Coffee Stout, the 2015 from Lagunitas Brewing Company. Now, I think and hope they're saying 2015 because it's going to be something they're going to repeat. Let's hope so, because this beer is the first time that Lagunitas has bottled one of their barrel-aged beers. They've never done that. They've only had small special releases on tap in the past, and kind of hoping that this is something that continues. I've heard great things about this beer. The first person that told me about this was Kyle from Lucky 13 Brewing on YouTube, and then my buddy Jim from Left Turn 72 locally here reminded me to go grab one off the shelf when I saw him the other day at one of our favorite watering holes. So thanks, Jim. So let's get this one cracked open and give it a try. Hopefully the sun's not too bright for this. We're gonna get the pour. They used coffee from the Petaluma Coffee and Tea Company in Petaluma, California, which is where they're located. Wow, from here, and I got light right there, let me tell you. Oh, I can see just through it a little bit with just at the bottom. I get some brown hues and I get maybe a little bit of ruby, but for the most part, it's just a deep dark brown with a one finger, not about khaki head, I'd say, roughly. It's a pretty looking beer and very creamy looking on the top. Let's get the nose. Oh yeah, it's not super strong, but boy, am I getting the oak and the barrel aged and the rye whiskey off that. But I got some dark fruits on that as well. I got some raisin and maybe just a hint of like prune. I've got some like brown sugar aromas coming off that as well. A hint of molasses. Let's see what else we get. Oh, those dark fruits are wonderful. The coffee is like kind of coffee beans almost. Like when you open a bag of coffee beans, that's kind of there. And just nice, sweet toffee as well as caramel. Like I said, you get some oak, you get a bit of that woodiness, a little bit of earthiness, maybe some other hints, like a hint of like licorice, and a little bit of like a creaminess to it as well. But everything else I said pretty much applies, so we're gonna dive in. Cheers. All right, I'm getting the coffee now, and it's like very rich. It's a rich coffee, almost like a cappuccino, an Italian cappuccino, like that morning breakfast coffee dessert, as I would call it. Really nice. You get the dark chocolates. You do get some of those dark fruits. They're not as strong, but I definitely get some, instead, fig, I would say, on it, and a hint of raisin. And there's some smokiness on it, that's just absolutely a delight. I didn't get that on the nose, but I still get that wonderful barrel character. Oh, the rye whiskey on that is, oh, it's just delicious. So I'm gonna take a little time with this and I'll come back with some conclusions, but you gotta get one of these, I'm telling you. Oh, I've been enjoying this. This is wonderful. As it's warmed, it has become more creamy. The coffee has become more evident. The dark fruits have become more evident. It's just wonderful. I don't need to repeat everything I've said. Rewind if you gotta hear it again. It's a wonderful beer. Rating time. Okay, how do we do this? My God, you know, I do drink some wonderful beers. I'm very fortunate that way, I guess. And this one's available to everyone. You should be able to get it, go grab it. So we need to rate it for style. Style is Imperial Stout. This is a really tough category. It's one of my favorite categories. And it's a tough category because there are so many amazing stouts. And yet, I love the coffee aspect. I really do love the coffee on beers and when they do it right. And this is so well balanced. You've got that whole plethora of flavors. I mean, Again, you've got these sugars like the brown sugars and molasses. You've got the dark fruits. You've got the dark chocolates, and you've got the coffee on there. I mean, there's just a lot more than that. And what can you say? You've got to put this up high. I've got to say this is right on that border of world class. And for a first stout, barrel-aged stout coming out from Lagunitas to put on the market, I think they've done a wonderful job. Congratulations, hats off to them. So I'm giving this a 95 in terms of Imperial Stouts. Now this might surprise some of you. In terms of overall, I get no bitterness from this coffee. I'm telling you, it's just the hops that are balancing out these wonderful flavors. I like coffee stouts. This is going up. I'm going up to 96. This is a fabulous beer. You really need to try it. Here it is. I know you can find it on the shelves. It's the Imperial Coffee Stout. No, it is the High Westified Imperial Coffee Stout from Lagunitas, the 2015. Let's hope they do it for many years to come. This is Kevin Clements Homebrew saying life's too short to drink cheap beer. Not doing that tonight. Tonight I'm celebrating the sun and the glorious day and the shadow on my face. We'll see you in the next beer review.